Welcome to Jyotish Tirtha Vidyapeeth. Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're diving deep into Vastu Shastra. You know that ancient Indian science of architecture? We're going to find out how you can align your home with natural energies to create a space that doesn't just put a roof over your head, but actually supports your health, your wealth, and your happiness. So let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into your own house and just felt like something's off? Maybe the energy feels heavy or stuck, or there's just this imbalance you can't quite put your finger on. It's a really common feeling, and believe it or not, the solution might be thousands of years old. And that solution is Vastu Shastra. At its core, it's the ancient Indian science of how we build and arrange our spaces. And its entire goal, the whole point, is to harmonize the energy in our homes so we can naturally invite in good health, prosperity, and just a general sense of well-being. Now, this is a huge ancient science, right? We could talk about it for days. But don't worry, we're not going to get lost in the weeds. For this explainer, we've boiled it all down to 27 core principles. These are things you can actually use to start transforming your home's energy, like today. So here's how we're going to break it down. We've got 5 key sections. We'll start with the foundation of purity, then move on to attracting prosperity. After that, we'll tackle removing negative energy, find some bedroom peace, and finally, we'll wrap up with structure and direction. Ready? Let's get into it. All right, let's kick things off with the absolute bedrock of Vastu, creating a foundation of purity. Think about it this way. Before you can invite all that good energy in, you have to give it a clean and welcoming place to land. Okay, so let's get into the first 5 principles. First up, clear out all the cobwebs and clutter. In Vastu, these are like literal nets that trap energy and make it stagnant. Next, you'll want to mop your floors with sea salt water about once a week. It's super purifying. Just skip doing it on Thursdays. Third, keep your bathroom dry. Lingering dampness is thought to be a magnet for negative vibrations. Now, this next one is a biggie. Pay close attention to the north and northeast corners of your house. These are considered the main gateways for positive cosmic energy, so you have to keep them clean and wide open. And finally, don't store junk on your roof. It's like putting a heavy weight on top of your entire home, and it just suppresses all the energy inside. So the main takeaway here is really simple. Energy needs to flow. When you keep those key corners clear and your spaces clean and dry, you're basically rolling out the welcome mat for positive energy. It's these small, consistent things that end up making a massive difference in how your home feels. Okay, so we've cleared the slate, right? The foundation is pure. Now our home is ready to receive. So let's shift our focus from clearing out the old to actively inviting in the new. And let's be specific, we're talking about the energy of prosperity and abundance. This slide really hits on a core concept in Vastu perfectly. Water is treated as a direct symbol for wealth. So the next time you see a dripping tap, don't just think of it as a plumbing problem. In Vastu, that's your financial energy literally going right down the drain. And that brings us to 3 really practical things you can do for abundance. First, building on what we just said, fix every single leak in your house and do it fast. Second, to create a little magnet for wealth, take some raw turmeric and a bit of rice, wrap it in a yellow cloth, which is the color of prosperity, and stick it inside your safe or locker. And finally, this is a subtle one, but it's important. Try to avoid washing your hands over the same plate you've just eaten from. It's seen as an act of disrespect to your food and, by extension, to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. It's like you're unintentionally pushing abundance away. Alright, so we've purified the space, we've set the stage for prosperity. What's next? Well, now we have to talk about actively clearing out any of that sticky, negative energy that might have built up over time. Here are 5 really powerful ways to do just that. First things first, get rid of any broken or cracked dishes or utensils. Those little imperfections are thought to just hold on to negative energy. Second, burn a little bit of camphor every morning and evening. The smoke is a fantastic purifier for the atmosphere. Third, think about your colors. You'll want to avoid big swaths of dark fabrics like black or deep purple because they can absorb light and make a room feel really heavy. Fourth, timing is everything. Try not to sweep your home right at dawn or dusk. These are seen as sacred, transitional times, and you want to be welcoming good energy in, not sweeping it out. And finally, a simple one. Always keep your broom tucked away and out of sight. So, to wrap this section up, it's pretty straightforward, right? Positive habits, burning camphor, using bright, happy fabrics. Things to avoid, using broken stuff, and sweeping at those specific times of day. These are just small daily tweaks that can really help maintain a positive vibe in your home. Now let's talk about maybe the most important room in the entire house, the bedroom. I mean, this is so much more than just a place to sleep. It's where our bodies and our minds are supposed to recharge, which makes its energetic harmony absolutely crucial. And this brings us to the golden rule of bedroom Vastu. You never, ever, ever, ever want a mirror that reflects you while you're sleeping. The belief here is that as your spirit is recharging and healing at night, the mirror actually bounces that energy right back at you. This can create this chaotic loop that leads to restless nights and can even affect your health. Okay, beyond the mirror rule, here are a few other critical things to keep in mind for a peaceful bedroom. First, remember this is a space for rest, not for worship, so keep any images of deities in a separate prayer area. Second, try to avoid beds that are made entirely out of iron, as their magnetic properties might interfere with your own energy field. Third, use color to your advantage. Go for calming shades like light blue or green, and definitely avoid stimulating colors like bright red. And lastly, placement is key. Make sure your bed is never directly under a heavy overhead beam, and that your feet don't point directly out the door when you're lying down. That's known as the coffin position because of its draining effect on your energy. Alright, we've covered cleanliness, prosperity, and our personal spaces. For our final section, let's kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the large structural elements of the home and how their direction and placement impacts, well, pretty much everything. So let's look at the very structure of the house. Let's start with staircase. Its flow is so important. Ideally, it should run north to south or east to west, but it should never ever be in that sacred northeast corner. Moving on, the western part of your home represents stability, so it's important to have some substantial, heavy furniture there to really ground the home's energy. Now look at this one. This is vital. A crack in the wall is like a wound. It lets all that good, positive energy leak right out, so you have to repair them immediately. And finally, a specific tip for anyone with a sacred Tulsi plant. It's recommended to avoid watering it on Sundays to respect its day of rest. Ooh, okay, that was a lot, I know. 27 principles is no joke. So after all that, what are the absolute must-knows to get you started? Let's break it down into 3 core takeaways. First, just focus on uninterrupted flow. By fixing those leaks and clearing out the clutter, you're ensuring that both energy and wealth can move smoothly through your home. Second, prioritize the sacred bedroom. Seriously, just correcting the placement of your mirror and your bed can have a massive impact on your health and your peace of mind. And third, it all comes down to daily habits. Small, consistent things like burning camphor or sleeping at the right time, that's what keeps that positive energy topped up day in and day out. Ultimately, what all these principles really teach us is that a home is so much more than just a physical structure. It's a living, breathing sanctuary. So the real question these principles leave us with is this: have you intentionally built a space that actively nurtures your health, your peace, and your dreams?
Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay with us by liking, sharing, and commenting.